What's up, everybody? It is the Zord Base Commander and my nerd one here, Devin. We are our GW, as I call him. We are coming at you with the second episode of Comic Book Nerds. A little bit later than we expected. We had, I just started another job, so I'm working two jobs, and we are so far behind on comics, it's not even funny. So we're gonna spend the next couple weeks, or a couple days, kind of getting caught up, so that way next Sunday we can record another one and actually, talk about comics. But today we're gonna speak about some movies coming out and a couple other things in video games. So, what you got there, G-Dubs?
I have been reading through, well, I instinctually start with comics. I think said we weren't.
It's fine.
I've been reading through this metal stuff. I went ahead and picked up the tie-ins. So there's usually Dark Knight's metal, right? But it's been all over the place. Everyone has a metal tie-in, basically.
Okay, what is metal about?
Okay, so there's the DC Multiverse, 52 Earths. Basically, the way that they uncovered this was, oh god, it gets so wacky, but Hawkman and Hawkgirl, right? Hawkgirl?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had a map of the universe. And basically, of the multiverse. And basically, she, the other side of that map is just darkness. It's just black, right? And there is a dark multiverse. And this dark multiverse is based off of Bruce Wayne's fear.
Okay.
All of his greatest fears. And it's not a very pleasant place. I'm trying to get a picture for you, which I probably should have had out already, but,
Planning.
Not professional. So basically, this multiverse is all of Bruce Wayne's fears, like, worst ones, and it's being... Okay, here we go. So, this is Hawkgirl right now, by the way.
Okay.
See this map? It's of the known multiverses.
All
So
right.
you have, like, Earth 19, where the events of Gotham by Gaslight go on. You have the normal Earth, the ones that we've just come to know and love.
Yeah.
And as you can see, she's flipping it over here, and this is the other side of it.
Okay.
It's pure blackness. And basically, the evil god Barbatos?
Yeah.
He's the one that's powering all of this.
Okay.
And the guy who's running it, his sort of henchman, is this guy right here. This guy on the horse. This guy. His name is the Bat Who Laughs or something like that. And he's bad dude, obviously. He is based... Oh, here, this is a better one. It's the Batman Who Laughs. That's who's running it. It's
Okay.
this guy. And basically how he came about is he pushed Bruce Wayne over the edge, and the Joker pushes him over the edge, and he injects himself into Bruce, and they become the same person. So he completely does away with Bruce's moral code and good guy status for the most part. And he is literally a Joker with Bruce Wayne's intellect and ability.
Okay.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
He's completely conquered his multiverse. Barbados has basically opened up a door, and the opening of that portal for the dark to get into the normal DC multiverse was facilitated through the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls was basically, they shaped Bruce Wayne into the man that he is to get him to the point of going into this like pyramid underground and opening that door. And when the Batman Who Laughs comes through, Bruce gets sucked into the dark multiverse, and Bruce is like a shriveled up he's like a shriveled up old man in there now.
Okay.
And of course, Kelly's boy Big Blue hopped right through there to go get Bruce, and this was really convenient for the Man Who Laughs because, or the Batman Who Laughs in Barbados, because they are using him. They're using our world Superman as a battery now to continue to power that portal, because the Dark Multiverse's Superman has been their battery this entire time and is obviously dying out.
Yeah.
And so basically, this Dark Multiverse, dude, it is, and I really got to give it to it's Scott Snyder, of course, but it's actually Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. They have made a truly dark comic. In, I believe it's Batman Lost, or actually no, it's this one. If you guys really want to know exactly, because I was immediately interested not only in this big battle, but what this dark multiverse is like, how it came to be. And this comic explains it right here. And it's the Batman Who Laughs. It explains how the Batman Who Laughs came about, and it explains what they did to Superman. The Batman Who Laughs, basically as Joker's taking over, he calls over the entire Bat family, and he's like, Batman's like, Joker's in me, and he's going to take over. You guys need to handle it. And he ends up saying something along the lines of, now that you're all here, no one can stop me. And Batman kills the entire Bat family.
Damn.
Alfred too.
Damn.
Then, once basically everybody is taken care of, and it's just Superman left, he goes up to the Justice League Tower to confront the Batman Who Laughs. And at this point, Supes has to kill him, obviously.
Yeah.
And out come Lois and what's his son's name? Superboy? John. And Superman runs over, hey, like, I'll protect you. I'm going to handle him. And the Batman Who Laughs throws black kryptonite at Superman, and he kills his family. He kills Superboy, and he kills Lois.
Damn.
And, I mean, this has been an extremely dark comic. I mean, this is like Dark Horse Image. This is like, I haven't read a dark comic in a while. Like this dark with Batman. Probably the last one was maybe, I mean, Dark Knight Returns gets dark. Batman Hush gets pretty dark. Phenomenal story, by the way. If you haven't read Hush.
Oh, yeah, I read Hush.
Please do.
And it's worth a read. Absolutely.
It's so worth a read. And I don't know why that one's not an animated movie yet.
It is, I think. Pretty sure Batman Hush is an animated movie.
I know they did an amazing anime for Dark Knight Returns. That was phenomenal. Is it?
Hold on, I'm pretty sure. Let me look.
And more about Metal, there's actually kind of like a bar on the end of the universe. It's a very, it's kind of a restaurant on the end of the universe vibe,
Okay.
which I love. Obviously, you guys know I love Douglas Adams and all his stuff. But that's where a lot of guys were harboring, or that's where a lot of the superheroes were harboring. And I forgot what the name of it was and who was running it. But this is where they were hiding, because everyone from that dark multiverse is obviously just destroying Earth, killing everyone and everything. And so a bunch of the main superheroes at this, like, it's being protected by Dr. Fate. His mysticism has been really ample in teleporting people the hell out of a lot of situations. And so right now we're at a world right now that does not have Superman or Batman. And this really, like, this is more threatening than Dark Side stuff. And so they're all there, and There's a lot of infighting between the heroes. People don't know how to react. Eventually, the Batman Who Laughs finds this bar, and they have to leave again. But and I haven't even. I'm such a bad explainer. I haven't explained the metal stones.
It is okay. We got the basic synopsis. We need to sit down, and we need
But
to read
what
it.
I loved above all, my boy Ollie, he's the first one who hurt one of the motherfuckers because there was a metal that hurts them. They're pretty much invulnerable except for this metal called Batmanium, which, like, come on, like. But no, he throws that on a. He actually when he shoots the person, the dark multiverse Joker or Robin rather, he actually ends up shooting Damon through the shoulder. The actual Damon Wayne,
Yeah.
And he's being held like Damon's like in some sort of chokehold. And Damon literally takes the bow and stabs it more through him, but it goes into the bad Damon and he dies. And yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, metal. It's really complex. I can't explain it. I should probably get more prepared for these things, but I don't.
No, it's okay. We were not prepared for this one. We just wanted to get one done and get it out there, which is, good. But we're gonna go from there into there's a list of movies, honestly, that I'm ready for. Kind of watched the trailers today. They piqued my interest. Obviously, we're gonna start off with Rampage. Have you seen the trailer for Rampage yet?
I have not. I've never even actually heard of Rampage.
Well, Rampage is based off of an old video game of like giant-sized animals fighting and destroying the planet, the cities and stuff like that. And this one is The Rock, and he befriends a giant albino gorilla named George. George gets introduced with some like gene splicing thing. I don't know the full plot yet, but he starts growing huge and just bigger and bigger and bigger until he's like not Godzilla size, King Kong size. And apparently a wolf gets affected by it, and a giant alligator gets affected by it. And it looks like this just basic action kaiju movie that we all wanted but didn't know we wanted, because let's just be honest, kaiju movies are awesome. Giant monster movies are fun and awesome. Okay, it's Pacific Rim and Pacific Rim 2. I know 2 just came out. Big news about 2. Pacific Rim 2 knocked Black Panther off its pedestal for the largest weekend box office, which means they earned more this weekend than Black Panther did this weekend, which is awesome. It's cool. I think it's great what's happening with Black Panther. It's fantastic. And I'm excited for them. It's just, now it's time to move aside because we got Infinity War coming out, which is going to just decimate the numbers. It's already projected to make more in its opening weekend than Black Panther did.
More than Superman versus Batman.
We're not going to talk about Superman versus Batman. We got, Rampage looks like it's going to be fun. Are we expecting Academy Award winning acting, Oscar nominated, writing and CG? God, no. No, I'm going to go see this movie because I want to see giant animals fighting each other in Chicago with The Rock running around, slightly terrified, but with a big gun too. Okay, this is what I want to see. What game have you been
streaming lately?
Monster Hunter Worlds.
So it's up your alley.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fantastic. And then here in 2 days, Ready Player One comes out. So ready for that. I read the book. I finished the book a couple weeks ago, and it is a massively amazing book. It's fun. Somebody is like, well, it's a young adult's book. And I'm like, I don't care if the book was written for 10-year-olds. As long as the story's good, the character development's fantastic, the message is there, and the message is really good, then I'm all about it. I'm all about sitting down and enjoying the adventure that this writer has put me on. It is always about the adventure, not who the adventure is written for. For me, I could sit down and read a 100-page kids book, and as long as the adventure takes me somewhere and makes me happy, it was worth reading to me. And Ready Player One was well worth the read, and I can't wait to see the movie. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it.
I mean, I missed it.
My one thing that I hope they keep truly, truly the same is H's real identity. If they make H's real identity, I'll be the happiest camper in the world.
these were in theory supposed to be for kids, but this doesn't make it any less of a fucking one of the best animated runs ever. I mean, I
Exactly.
miss, and you're so old that when you started watching it, Kelly, I was -8.
Yeah. I watched them as they came out. Check this out, though, G-Dubs.
Oh yeah, I haven't had any pickups. I just got a new job, and I haven't been paid yet.
No,
Uh,
you're good. You're good. I just wanted to show you I got the Cobalt Mercy from GameStop. But,
uh, I haven't. I'm working on the Batman the Animated Series ones. I only have Clayface Joker, Batman, and Robin. But I did get one pickup, which I really loved because I loved the movie. In my opinion, I think it's been the best Marvel one.
oh, Doctor Strange? Fantastic.
I really, really like this pop. Goodbye.
Look at
Yes,
that.
those are on my list.
I already got them all. These were literally the last two I needed, and I'm done with the animated series.
Well, except we'll never find Mr. Freeze.
We don't count him.
Um,
So, but yeah, no, I'm super excited for Ready Player One. I don't know if you've seen anything about it, but it is a nostalgia fest, and that's not a bad thing. It's nice to, to see the DeLorean in action again. It's nice to see Kaneda's light cycle being torn up to the air. They got Bigfoot in this. They got the Black on Black, which is Mad Max's vehicle. They got like all of these cars, and I mean, this is just what I've seen from the trailer in this, and it's like, man, this is awesome. They got the Iron Giant tearing things up. If they do this right, they're gonna have Mega Godzilla in it. They should have Ultraman in it, which is gonna be fantastic if they do that. And just all of this stuff that is like prevalent to my childhood and so many other people's childhoods. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
half of the things that Kelly just listed off, I didn't really grow up with. Obviously, DeLorean. Everyone's seen Back to the Future.
Yeah, and if you haven't, you should.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not like you're dead to me if you haven't seen a movie. Like, I'm not that kind of person, but it is a movie you definitely got to see.
Absolutely.
What else do we have?
There's a movie called Stay Quiet. It's a horror movie.
I've seen that. That is an interesting approach, and I want to see it.
Yeah,
Could you imagine having to stay? I mean, you're talking about the one where the kid knocks over a lantern and they gotta go, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh,
and
yeah.
who's the actor doing that? Hasn't been around in a while.
I do not know. Let me look. The actor is. It's got Emily Blunt, John Kaspersky? No, Krasinski? I can't pronounce that.
He seems
Polish name.
Yeah, Polish.
Let's see. He's been in a lot of things. He was in The Office.
He was in The
Jim
Office. I
Halpert.
haven't seen him around lately.
Yeah.
That is a cute damn dog.
He's gonna play Jack Ryan in the Jack Ryan TV show, which is gonna be pretty cool. He's been in a lot of things. So yeah, he's the father in that one. That just looks really good. Might be worth a watch. It's kind of it's a hit and a miss with horror movies of late. Horror movies have been either really, really good or just, why did I waste my time on that? And can I have my hour and 30 minutes back of my life?
I've been watching the hell. So I've been using the Amazon Prime video service a lot.
Yeah.
Because of my family, we ditched cable. Mom had to get a new place for work up north, and we're all over the place these days, and it's not worth having so many cable boxes.
Yeah.
So my job was to cut the cable and get the streaming services, and we already have Amazon Prime, so that was one of the main ones we got.
Okay.
I recommend it. It's got a lot of animes. It's got all the Superman the Animated Series, all the Batman the Animated Series, all the Batman New Adventures. What's that 2-year stint towards the end of the animated series?
The New Adventures of Batman and Robin.
The one where the Joker changed.
No, that's the Batman.
No, his face changed. The anime where towards the end of Batman TAS, the Joker's facial features change. I was just reading about it. So yeah, I know when one of us Googles things, we shouldn't both.
He looks relatively normal the entire way. I mean, I guess the animation changed a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not old Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker didn't change or anything in there, but
No, but I know in the Batman they made him into like somebody who looked like he was hooked up on cocaine.
the Batman.
It's the Batman, the TV show.
TV show 2004.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no, that is a weird Joker.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. His eyes get smaller. His facial features are different. More of a pointed nose.
Yeah, his eyes become all blacked out except for the main. Yeah, okay, that was the new Batman adventure stuff.
But it was the same Batman from Batman TAS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They just changed the Joker's animation.
Yeah, okay, now I remember what you're talking about.
It's not. Yeah,
It was when Tim Drake took over as Batman.
It stops being this Joker.
Yep.
Tim Drake. Actually, you know what? I haven't got there. Don't tell me. No, but the Batman, 2004. That's what I grew up on.
That was a terrible show.
Not only was that a travesty, but it scared the shit out of me. That Joker was terrifying.
I found him to just be kind of like
not Joker. It's like let's dress up Jared Leto on a hipster Joker. No, fuck that.
You're not wrong.
He's eloquent. All right. He's got a suit. He's got a pinstripe suit. That is the Joker. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, it's got a 73 on IMDb. That's interesting. Anyway,
so there's another movie called An Ordinary Man. It looks like a kind of a thriller. Might be a little bit boring if you're not into anything like this, but from what I can understand, Ben Kingsley plays like a person who's a fugitive, and he's on the run, and people keep moving him around, and ends up living in one house where, you know, a maid shows up, and he ends up, you work for me now, and then it's just about them running around. It looks interesting, and that's a horrible synopsis, but it's called An Ordinary Man, and I highly suggest everybody kind of take a gander at the trailer, and maybe when it comes out, or however you watch your movies, to check it out. I got a dog right next to me I'm petting.
Are we you're just recording this?
Yeah, I'm just recording this.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure.
Look at her.
Because all I see is Jive's face, and I would have felt awful if you thought we were streaming to her. That's a cute puppy.
Yeah, this is Mama Dog. This is our rescue. She came with the house when my parents bought it, and we just got her back to health, and now she lives with us. Also, they remade Lost in Space on Netflix. It's the TV show, remade the TV show, and I am super excited about it. I grew up watching old reruns of like the 60s Lost in Space with my dad, and those were good times, sitting down and watching it. Danger, Will Robinson, danger, and then the doctor just yelling random insults that I don't know how the hell he could have just thought them up, but they were fantastic.
I love just the 60s with the Cold War, the space race, everything. For sci-fi, especially American sci-fi, that's such an awesome period. You got the Twilight Zone. You got this Lost in Space show that I just heard of for the first time 10 seconds ago.
You should watch it on Netflix then, the remake.
So my English teacher talks about Black Mirror a ton. Have you watched it?
I watched the first 3 seasons, and I can't get into the 4th one. First 3 seasons were amazing. The 4th season, unfortunately, I find every single episode predictable.
Would you equate it to Twilight Zone?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It is the modern day version of the Twilight Zone, or the Outer Limits. Is it
as good? Because honestly,
the first 3 seasons are fantastic. There are 3 episodes that I just fantastic. The first episode sets the bar really, really high on how fucked up the show's gonna be. Okay. Then
Okay.
there is an episode called I think it's the White Bear.
Yeah.
And so that is my first episode's third favorite. Okay. The second favorite is the White Bear and also Shut Up and Dance. I will. I'll give the second to those two episodes. Shut Up and Dance is a fantastic episode with kind of like a really fucked up moral at the end of it. I think it's White Bear Mountain or something like that is the other one, and amazing episodes and just truly just fucked up. Okay,
Isn't that where they get their name?
but yeah, I think so.
It's the technology Black Mirror.
The number one best episode is called Nosedive, and it's the redhead from Jurassic World in it.
Mhm.
And by the time you get to the end of it, and they're spoiler alert, real quick, if you haven't seen the episode, I'm about to spoil the shit out of the ending. The main character's in a jail cell, and she's been excluded from the competition, and she looks at the other person in a cell next to her, and she's like, "Fuck you! I fucking hate your face!" And she starts cursing and yelling at him. Dude looks at her and says, "Fuck you! Fucking hate you too!" And they start yelling at each other, and they get up at the bars and they're holding onto it and they're yelling, "Fuck you! Fucking hate your face!" Flipping each other off and yelling at each other, but they're not angry. They're like relieved. They have this sense of like, "Oh my god, I can relax and just let it out." And it is just the most fantastic episode ever. I loved it. I like every time I talk about Black Mirror, or
That's the one
Mirror
you get.
Black, I tell everybody that first episode's the hardest one to watch, and it sets the bar high on how fucked up the show is. But Nosedive is the best episode ever out of the entire series.
You know, it's a fucked up episode of Rick and Morty. The toxic Rick and toxic Morty.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. No, as fucked up as that episode is, the first episode of, I think it's Mirror Black, not Black Mirror. Excuse me, Mirror Black is.
No, it's Black Mirror.
Is it Black Mirror? Okay, the Black Mirror. Mirror is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. It is, like I said, it sets that bar high. And once you can get past that first episode, it's gravy from there. All the other episodes are amazing.
Speaking of setting the bar high, those 8 comic books, Batman 25 to 32. Everyone just needs to read them. It's a war of joke and riddles, jokes and riddles. Cannot talk, and it is just so Snyder. I think that's who's running the Batman. He usually runs Batman, right? It's phenomenal, and I just so recommended it. It's one of those storylines that you're instantly like, I'm so ready for this to become an animated movie. It's not even funny.
Okay. All right. There's a movie coming out. Back to this stuff. Check out the War of Jokes and Riddles. There's a movie coming out on Netflix called The Titan, where the world's coming to an end. We've used up all our resources. The only hope we have is to colonize Titan. And they pick out a bunch of elite soldiers to genetically modify them to live on Titan without a suit. And that looks really cool. I mean, it's one of those. This is a science fiction movie made by Netflix. This looks like it's going to be good. It's going to end badly regardless because of the type of movie it is. Lots of people are going to die. We're going to talk about genetic altering, the possibility of populating another planet. It looks pretty cool, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Did you see that?
It's coming out soon.
That Netflix released a third Cloverfield movie.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
I did actually, and the Cloverfield.
What did you think?
The Cloverfield paradox was really good. It has to do with traversing dimensions and figuring out how to save the world from an energy crisis and stuff like that, which causes the Cloverfield incidents. There's a fourth one coming out soon.
In World War II.
That takes place in World War II.
Here's my question. Are these all different Cloverfield dimensions?
From what I understand, the first Cloverfield movie and Paradox and Lane are all happening in the same Earth, and so should the fourth one. But what it is whenever the events in Paradox happen, it causes a crazy rip in time or in another dimension, and causes the Cloverfield monster and or the aliens that they're dealing with to come to this world throughout time. So the monster you see at the end of the Paradox was not the same monster that you see in the original Cloverfield.
What about the... Okay, you know the dimension that they went to where the black chick's family didn't get burnt to death?
Yeah. The alternate Earth.
That alternate Earth has nothing to do with the other movies. It's just another alternate Earth.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Now, was that black guy in Walter Sobchak's basement?
That's another good question. I don't know.
Was that his locker?
I don't know. I didn't actually catch
was that little girl that was in there, the scratching on the wall or on the hatch in the Cloverfield Lane movie?
I don't think so, because I think the Cloverfield Paradox happens after Cloverfield Lane.
No way, because the aliens are already out. They'd have to be happening at the same. No, Cloverfield Lane would have to happen after the Paradox.
No, because it's also time traveling.
God damn it! Why'd y'all have to fuck with time?
Right. That's why they're going back to World War II, and there's a Cloverfield monster there.
Like this reminds me of this heated debate I got into with Cameron because we were fucking around this. The best $15 I've ever spent in my life, right? And he was like, yeah, but can Rick's portal gun travel through time? And I said, no, but it can travel to a similar dimension at an earlier time. So you could go to an alternate Earth that's 5 minutes ago and had the same events up until that moment that you wanted to travel back to, theoretically, if we're talking about infinity. And it just sparked a huge debate about that whole thing. Oh, and also, another question. At the end of the Paradox, does the escape pod go in the monster's mouth?
No.
Okay, that is some dickish filming, because I totally thought it did.
No, if you look, the escape pod fell way further back than the monster pops
So,
up.
like, the monster's here. Was it, like, more to the left?
Whatever. Yeah, it was behind it. So if, like, the monster came up here, the pod came down here.
God damn it. I mean, I want to know more, and they're going to release them so slowly, and...
Yeah, I wish he would do a little
It was Shamalamalam in all of the... Like, was that all his movie? Even
no,
though
that's J.J. Abrams, not Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. That's J.J. Abrams.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's his attempt at a modern kaiju movie.
Did you see Split?
I did not see Split.
Split was good.
Okay.
Apparently. Oh, wait, no. You fucking hate the Bruce Willis Unbreakable thing. I'm not even going to bring that up.
I like the idea of it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Like, I watched Unbreakable. I watched, what was it? What was the other movie? There was 2 movies to this whole run.
Well, Split's involved in it, too.
Was it Glass that the one?
Isn't Glass the name of Sam Jackson's character? Because he breaks. Oh, he got his own movie?
I think. Hold on.
I don't know. And did you like his Avatar?
No.
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 My girlfriend loves that Avatar movie.
The movie was terrible.
I've never been big into Avatar. I wasn't even into the anime that was on Cartoon Network.
No, that was on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. I just like that big.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So Unbreakable and then Split, and then Glass is going to be the next movie.
And it's supposedly Bruce Willis is gonna.
Yeah, he is the unbreakable character, whereas Samuel Jackson is the breakable character, so on and so forth.
How does that movie even end?
I don't remember. I really don't.
Hey, did they ever send you that piston for your DX racer chair that you're sitting in?
Yeah, it's broken already. It can't support my weight. The max weight they go up to is 350, and I beat that by a little bit. So I had it for like 6 months, and then it gave out because, plopping down in the chair and everybody getting up, getting down, kids jumping around, it blew it out. And then support my fat ass.
Yeah.
So Pacific Rim 2 is out. I think, I'm pretty sure it's out because it broke Black Panther's box office records for the week. And I was a big fan of the first one. Did you ever watch the first one?
I liked the first one, and I thought it kind of got rid of the stigma that Charlie Hunnam can't get past the role of Jax. I mean, I absolutely loved Sons of Anarchy, and I love Jax's character, but I don't think he's confined to Jax. I think him playing an American biker in Nevada is the most far-off thing that actor could do, and the fact that he did it well just shows how good of an actor he is.
Exactly. Now, I mean, a lot of people are like, it was cheesy, and I'm like, yes, it was meant to be cheesy. It's a giant monster movie about people, a giant mech monster movie about people piloting mechs, linking their brains together with the mech to fight giant monsters that are invading the planet. I mean, come on. What did you expect? I expected big battles,
over dramatic realism. Like, no.
And we got GLaDOS in a movie, and I'm like, yes, this is amazing, because GLaDOS was the onboard computer for Gypsy Danger. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. It's fantastic. I don't know how I feel about the new one. I'm gonna give it a watch and go from there. I think it'll have a cult following like the first one did. It'll do well, and then go from there.
I enjoyed the first one.
I did too.
Speaking of cult followings, I want the 5 Big Lebowski pops, but that shit's not going to happen.
Those are long gone.
Those are $50, $60 each.
Yep, I'm not that dedicated to my collection to spend that much money.
No, and I meet, like, the real pop collectors, like the unhealthy ones, and they're like, it's only a $320 collection. And I'm like...
Yeah, only?
I'm like... I'm breaking my rule with the Batman the Animated Series one because I don't like collecting full sets, but I freaking love that show and I like that. I want that. For the rest of it, like, this is the only Borderlands pop I'll ever buy.
Yeah,
no,
Claptrap.
That is my takeaway from that game. Awesome games. Claptrap's the thing that made me laugh the most. I loved Handsome Jack, but Claptrap was funnier. I'm not going to buy any more Destiny pops because...
Yeah, we're not talking about Destiny.
Let's not cry. I don't want to cry today.
Yeah.
My camera doesn't focus well, does it?
No, it's having a little problem, but it'll be alright. So, let's see what else we got going on here.
I can talk about some stuff.
Go ahead, man.
No Witcher 4.
Yeah, I see that.
So... See how it's fancy? I actually hyperlinked everything.
Yeah.
I guess CD Projekt Red is just they want to move on. They made a trilogy. Witcher 3 was one of the best open world RPGs we've had in a while. Helly enjoyed the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, great games.
I have stuck my toe in to that game about 1,000 times. Haven't gone all the way through. I watched back in the early stream, not really early stream days, but I watched, Kelly's Let's Play of it. I remember being fascinated with just how good the game looked. Yeah, but this is not going to focus. Maybe I need more lights. I don't know. Oh, okay. Lights. Anyway, but it just seems like they're moving on. They're doing that one crazy monkey game.
They're doing Cyberpunk 2077, And they're also focusing on the standalone Gwent game, adding cards, updating it, keeping it going, which is good. If you guys like card games, I'd definitely check out the standalone Gwent game. It is free. You guys can download it on GOG Gaming, good old games.com.
And they said, no one said that one day we won't decide to develop something in that Witcher universe. But as far as
Geralt,
as far as this guy, whose pop has awesome just chainmail detail. I love when pops are really specific. Anyway, I think that's kind of the end of the line for him.
Which is good because he
had a lot they can do with it though.
Nah, Geralt's done, man. He had his run for 3 games. Plus, he has all this backstory. He has like 7 or 8 books in Poland. He's got like a really, really bad 90s TV show. They're also talking about making a Netflix TV show for it, which is going to be awesome.
Mark Hamill was talking about that.
Yeah.
Fucking Mark Hamill was on Twitter. If you guys don't follow Mark Hamill or Ron Perlman on Twitter, I love those two guys. They get a little political sometimes, but someone wrote this convincing page on the notes pad with an iPhone, on the Notes iPhone app, about why Mark Hamill should be Geralt, and he was just like, I've never, and Hamill responded on Twitter and he's like, I've never heard of The Witcher, but after reading this, I can totally do this, and Geralt's, oh no, he's not playing Geralt. Sorry, not Geralt. Geralt's older, his friend that follows him around.
Okay.
What's his name?
What do you mean?
The older Witcher.
Oh, God, I can't remember his name either.
Searching for his lover of yore. That guy in the load screen.
Yeah. Hold on. Development, release, download content, reception, sales.
Mark Hamill, Witcher 3. Odims. Yep. Yeah.
Well, you have Siri.
They want Mark Hamill to do them. And Netflix is doing it too. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah, Netflix should be able to do that.
You can pull that off.
I don't know who they'd get to play Dandelion or Vern. Well, God, I gotta remember names. I used to know all these guys' names. Yennefer. Well, you'd have to find somebody to play Trish. Yennefer. There's Vesemir is the one you're talking about. The older Witcher.
Yeah.
Vesemir.
Does he die? Is that sad?
It is.
When's the last time you've cried in pulp culture, Kelly?
Watching the Avengers trailer. I shed a couple tears.
The Avengers trailer?
Yeah, the Age of Ultron. Or not Age of Ultron, Infinity Wars. I was like...
They got Spider-Man.
No, but Spider-Man was in it. And had that moment with Doctor Strange. Hi, I'm Peter. I'm Doctor Strange. Oh, we're using our what is it? Costume names. Our super names. Oh, then I'm Spider-Man. Right.
That made you cry?
A little teared up of happiness.
Oh, of happiness. Okay. No, I mean why? Why are you dead? Why are you dying?
Let's see. The end of Life is Strange.
I haven't played through it.
Yeah, the end. If you choose the let her die option, is really sad.
Well, you know what? You know what book has always messed with me? Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
That's a sad one.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Far Cry 5, which I am getting free of charge because I finished third quarter with all A's and 1B.
Good job, man.
And I know you're not a huge Ubisoft Far Cry guy, but
Actually, I really liked Far Cry 3 and 4. I enjoyed Far Cry 3 and
and
4.
now the fucking tower climbing is gone,
Really?
and the game isn't gonna have a compass HUD, but on screen map for the HUD.
Nice.
So they really want you to walk into areas and just get lost, go do something. You don't have to do the storyline. You have so much other things you can do. Anyway, and this has been a very controversial one, offended a lot of Christians. I know Christians are always offended. Everything Kelly and I talk about this has been banned at least once on this podcast. Comics, books, games, whatever. Because games cause terrible things, right? Anyway, Far Cry 5 has a Trump P-tape mission. So allegedly, obviously, the whole crazy 2016 election, Donald Trump had some sort of P-tape controversy, something about being in Russia, and peeing on a prostitute, peeing on a hooker or something. There was rumors about that. And in Far Cry 5, you gotta go get a P-tape, and it all sounds a lot like what happened in 2016 with these rumors. And it's making me laugh because Far Cry 5 is taking Wolfenstein's model of, we're gonna piss people off, but we don't care. People yelled at Wolfenstein for making fun of, make America Nazi free again, and
oh god, that was the most brilliant thing that PR people ever did.
Wolfenstein was just PR was like, we listen to your concern, but we as a company have chosen not to step back on our Nazi killing outlook.
we refused to step back on our stance on killing Nazis, and it was like, yes, you guys should never feel bad about slaughtering Nazis because, okay, so here comes that whole conversation. All right, so. How different would the world have been if the Nazis had World War I, World War II? It would have been very different because then the non-Nazi parties would be the people being slammed and talked crap about and all that stuff. It'd be like, yeah, it's fucking, what are we? We're a Republican? Not a Republican. We're a republic. Excuse me.
Republic, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we would have been, they'd have been shitting on us about it, but we won because we're right. Genocide is not the way to do it. Fortunately, not unfortunately. Fortunately.
Kelly who?
That's right. I do not stand by Nazis. Do not like Nazis, and I honestly I say we should have never stopped killing them. But that is a very extreme kind of sense from that because anybody who is going out there and hating on somebody because their religion's different, their color's different, they're genetically different. Those people are fucking insane, and they just need to just stop, just stop, shut up, walk away, and stop.
That dog needs a belly rub, Kelly.
She'll get one eventually. But I forgot where I was going with this.
No one should feel bad about having a Nazi killing game.
No, absolutely no. You should never feel bad about slaughtering a Nazi.
I didn't finish the game. Kelly did.
Oh, it's fantastic. The ending is amazing. The game was amazing. It was fun.
There's a hilarious scene where there's Anya fucking somehow loses her clothes. She's naked. She's pregnant. She has 2 shotguns and killing not. That game stressed me out though.
Why?
Because fucking Anya's pregnant and running around killing Nazis and could get shot in the tummy at any time.
I hear. Yeah, no, I hear you. My favorite sequence though is the part with Hitler, and it's like somebody to play BJ Blazkowicz, and BJ's standing there going, "Okay, so I have to play myself." Walks in there with the guard, and then he just murders the guard right in front of him with this intensity, and he's like, "Yes, that is the person we need. You are hired," and then he throws up. I love the fact that they just made Hitler look like a piece of shit. I mean, he is a piece of shit, but they just degraded him even further. Yeah, I'm with you.
It pissed me off. I wanted to, as the station was going down, Hitler's there, not really brutally kill him, just fucking kick him into a window and watch the suction of gravity suck him out of it and, get spaghettified or something.
Yeah, I'm with
something
you
awful.
I'm with you on that. Okay.
But they want to make another game, and Hitler's technically still alive on Venus.
Yeah,
right?
Something like that. So, real quick, we're gonna wrap this up because I gotta go cook dinner. Dragon Ball Super recently ended. Okay, the last episode aired last night in Japan and on Crunchyroll. If you guys don't know about Crunchyroll, go check out Crunchyroll. I don't have an affiliate link, so just go check it out. It's the best $7, especially if you love anime. Okay, and they finished up the last episode, and it was awesome, amazing. Played out exactly how I expected it with the Wish, but that final fight was fantastic. Okay. The English dub that recently appeared on, I think it was Cartoon Network, of Dragon Ball Super is when they're dealing with Rose Goku Black. And regular Goku is on this alternate Earth where Trunks, future Trunks is there, and everybody's trying to kill Rose Goku Black because he's been murdering everybody. And there's all these soldiers surrounding Goku, regular Goku. And he's looking around going, where am I? And they're like, all right, plan B. They all pop out, aimed at Goku. And they're like, you're gonna die for all those murders you did. Nah. And then future Trunks comes out of nowhere and goes, stop! This man's not black.
What? I don't know anything about Dragon Ball.
No. Okay. It's just it's just like the Japanese translation. They just directly translated it. Okay, they said the line in Japanese was "Stop this man is not black," saying he is not Goku Black. He's not the bad guy that they're looking for.
Oh!
Okay, but the line is, stop, this man's not black. And they're trying to shoot him.
Goku Black, but, oh.
Yes.
That
okay. Now, in Japan, whenever something is, Rose Goku Black, it means, Rose Goku Evil. The black is related to the evil over there in Japan. Stuff like that. That's how it's always been over there.
Not unarmed black people, black Americans getting shot all the time.
Yes. But you translate that into English, and you put that on American TV, and you don't understand that whenever they're in there, like, the term black added to a name means evil. And you yell after a bunch of, like, more or less military police or cops are aiming at a person who, is Asian, sort of. And somebody yells, stop, that man's not black. It just does not end very well. And everybody's like, we get it. But do you guys think maybe you should have just worded that a little bit different? And I saw it.
So when the Huffington Post or someone ridiculous covers that with absolutely no pre-sight of what's going on, because for some reason people love to not read shit or not no source material and freak. Yeah, has anyone freaked out about it yet? I'm curious.
Most people are just laughing about it. Because let's just be honest.
That's like a total.
It's fucking hilarious. Here, let me drop the link so you can see what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Oh man, woo.
So when you and Kira are watching that, how funny was that shit?
I only saw the clip. I didn't see the actual episode. Okay, so here is the... let me see. Chat. All right, it's in the Zoom chat.
Oh, that's a thing. Facebook, they're not doing too hot right now.
Hold on.
This man isn't black. This man isn't black.
What the fuck, right?
I paused it on Goku's. Look at that shit. Oh, my webcams.
He's got that look on his face. But it's just like, they didn't mean anything by it. They were trying to stay true to the translation. But it's like, guys, in the current climate today, I don't think that was such a good idea.
Not the time to fuck around with stuff like that.
Yes. And what boggles my mind even more is, why didn't the Trunks voice actor go, I don't think we should put this out, guys.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing as freaking, Logan Paul going into a suicide forest and filming a dead body and no one going, hey!
No. Well, somebody did say, hey, to Logan Paul, and it is on a completely different level because that dude is a piece of shit. And the fact that YouTube even gave him his advertising rights back, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should ban his sorry ass. Sorry.
Yeah, now he's moving over onto Twitch. I love PC building videos and stuff, and one of the midgets, he's literal midget, and like he seems like kind of not as bad, but he's in like Logan Paul's niche or whatever.
Yeah.
And built him like a $6,000 PC, and they fucked up the water cooling or something, and the new super fast Ryzen processor they gave him so he can stream Twitch games didn't work, and like they ended up botching the $6,000 PC build.
Good.
They had to fix it.
Good.
But yeah, no, it like the guy like Logan Paul shows up in a part of the video and he's just like a prick about it. He was like, so why what's all the water doing? And he's like, oh well, that's the CPU. That's like the heart of the computer. And I'm like, I was sitting there like, no, that would be the brain of the computer. And he's like, oh wait, I don't care. And I'm like, what a prick.
Dude, he's a piece of shit.
I don't know. I know like everyone wants to hate on him for being rich and stuff. Like kudos to him. He's figured out how to put food on the table. But
I got nothing against him, making it big and making it money. I got stuff against him because of what he has done with it. Instead of doing something practical and good with it, he shows a dead body on YouTube and says, "Oh, I'm sorry." No. And now he's going to try to move to Twitch, and what a piece of shit. And somebody can link this video of this particular part, me calling him a piece of shit to him. That would be awesome, because he is.
Yeah, I mean,
as
long as we don't get wings as haters, we're fine.
People just need to leave Tony
Jordy
alone.
You know what? Jordy's had bad moments online, but every experience I've ever had with him has been great. So I have nothing bad to say about the guy, and I've been watching him since 2013. So
yeah, we're not gonna go into all that. So
no,
anywho.
What? If you want to know more about Kelly's thoughts on it, there's a video on his YouTube.
That's right. But I would like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out, watching the stream. G-Dubs, appreciate you being here and doing it. We are going to... Oh, yeah, by the way, did you ever get a chance to watch X? Night of Vengeance.
No, I didn't. We have so if you guys haven't seen the first episode, we found this fucking weird ass movie that we're both gonna watch. Next week we will be caught up on comics and we will have watched X. What's it called? A Night of I don't know.
Night of Vengeance.
Yeah, isn't it like three hookers like
something like that? It's got to do something with like hookers and killing people.
We'll watch it. I'll watch it with my girlfriend. You watch it with Kira. It'll be...
Yeah, that's the plan. I already got it procured. So we're going to watch it there. Anyway, so if you guys want us to watch anything or review anything, leave a comment in the comment section of something you might want to hear, watch or listen to.
If you guys have a question about what's going on and so, one of us will sit down and if it's not like 200 comic books, we can catch up and, be informed enough to talk about it,
Yeah.
Kelly's a bit more of an encyclopedia than I am, but...
I try.
Damn, Jive Turkey's still playing DayZ. He's glitching in a wall right now.
Nice. But alright, guys, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome, beautiful, and we love your faces. We'll catch you on the next episode of Comic Book and Nerds.
Have a good night. I'm going to church.
Bye.